Hello again, this is the opponent. For my last game on Shmuptember 2023, I'm in dead center in the Gradius block with Gradius Rebirth, released in 2008 or so. For WiiWare by M2, published by Konami. This is a really short game, it's only 5 stages, but more Gradius is good Gradius. So this game is unique in that it's actually a prequel to the MSX games, Nemesis 2 and Nemesis 3. This is get me started right away. And that, since this is a Rebirth game, a lot of its assets, or just about all of its audio, is remixed from previous games in the series. This one, for example, is from, I think, Nemesis 3. Anyway, here I have 5 different ships, 2 of which have to be unlocked by clearing the game multiple times. I'll just use Type B because it's what I practiced with. Perfect for inexperienced pilots. It's like they know. Anyway, there's a storyline here, not much of one. Let's watch TV. What's on the news? Oh, hey, Penguin Adventure. We interrupt this Penguin Adventure for a breaking news bulletin. Stuff is happening. This seems serious. And here's Metal Gear Wii. The pilot here is James Burton, who is the protagonist of Gradius 1 and MSX and Nemesis 2. He would become King of Gradius after the events of Nemesis 2. And this is Dr. Venom, who is secretly leading a coup d'etat, but we don't know that yet. You may have also seen him in Otomedius Excellent, because he has a different role in that game. For some reason, he's calling all the shots, even though he's not directly in charge. But this music is from MSX Salamander 2 for cutscenes. I think Salamander 2, because this borrows music from not Salamander 2, MSX Salamander, which is very, very different from every other version of Salamander and Life Force. Okay, let's get started. First, this song from, and this is also from Gradius 1 and Arcade. And a bunch of other dudes, not the Big Viper. Yeah, I'm using Dolphin because I'm using arcade stick and there's no good way to connect it to an actual console. So I'm just running this on emulator. This music is from Nemesis 3 or Gopher no Yabo Episode 2. I'm gonna stay on Speed Up 2 until the end of Stage 2. For reasons that'll become obvious eventually. I can't believe they actually translated all that. It translated all those cutscenes, but didn't provide any context for it for people who haven't played the MSX games. Isn't that a thing? Nice that they did, but... So the reason this game's only 5 stages is because it was a WiiWare game, and there was a limit of 50 megabytes for WiiWare games. Can you imagine what they would have pulled off with more? This game is also developed by M2, and they can do no wrong. Let's focus on getting multiples here. So this stage has a gimmick in that the red thing I destroyed unlocked a variation of this stage. There's 3. This white one is easiest. You can also break open the white one to turn into the red stage, which is the hardest, or leave both of them alone to keep it at normal. But other than that, there's not much happening here. Big wide open spaces in Loop 1. Oh yeah, also, this game borrows elements from other games. You can collect the missile, double, and laser twice, like in Gradius Gaiden. We don't need Ripple yet. Park yourself here, break these things. Watch out for that. There's a gimmick. There's the bigger core. So just... It's a big core. That's all you gotta do there. I forgot my clock again. I was too busy talking about lore. Some of the songs also come from Gradius 2 on Famicom, which we saw earlier. This next stage has a song from that. Well, which I mean you saw. I was practicing a fun technique on this stage that I hope I don't mess up. Let's see. Ripple 2. Level 2 just makes them go faster. Pretty sure it doesn't do more damage, but you do get more DPS at point blank. So these cell walls will actually, when they regenerate, they grow larger than their original size. I'm pretty sure there's no limit to how large they can grow. That was close. So you see this that patch of gray matter up there? If I go up there, I get teleported into a bonus stage like from Gradius 3. I'm not gonna do this one though, I'll do the next one. And one of the other reasons I'm using type B is that it's one of the only types that has the force field. Most of the others have the regular shield, which nobody uses. But type E also has the force field, but I didn't do enough practice with type E. So all of these 3 cell deals, every single one releases a power-up capsule. And this is also where the checkpoint is, so you might be tempted to try to recover on it, and you can, but do it with caution. Make sure you only do it from the right half of the screen or you'll get overwhelmed. Anyway, if you want to see a fun slowdown effect, pick up a blue capsule and watch all of them be released at once. You need to be careful, leave my subverted stage 2. It's a little bit early. Stage 2 is a little bit early for the gut stage, isn't it? Okay. Need to focus here. Not for this part, but for what's coming up next. Because if I mess this up, I'm gonna have to do this boss honestly, and that's not gonna be fun. Okay, so I think my practice was allow myself here, position my options. I practiced that too. Okay, never mind. That was gonna be a quick kill and I messed it up. Now I have to do this right. Thankfully, just about everything in this game is recoverable. Come on, dudes. No options? Okay. Let's have to be careful then. I didn't position myself properly for that quick kill. I didn't even try doing it until this afternoon. And I thought all the practice I was doing all day would be enough. It ain't. That's what I get for trying to be brave. I gotta do this hard way, but at minimum rank. Just stay in the back. Might have to time this boss out. Oh, by the way, this boss music, this is a secondary boss music, was not in the launch version of this game. They actually updated it at some point, I think a year after release. And I don't know what exactly it changed, but it was big enough to reset all the leaderboards. But it also added a few extra tracks. This music is from Nemesis 3, so it alternates between boss music now. That was embarrassing. That'll teach me to be brave. Anyway, stage 3, we're halfway through. Now, if I have to recover in the stage 3 boss, that'll be a thing. I can. I've actually practiced stage 3 recovery. I've not practiced stage 2 recovery, which is why that took longer than it should have. It's the Moai stage. And this song is from the Game Boy game, Gradius the Interstellar Assault. I think the Game Boy game is underrated music, actually, and so did M2. But it's the typical Moai Island archipelago. It's fine, we'll recover. Speed up. Something went flying, I didn't see it. There it is. Hey, wait, hands off. I couldn't collect those power-ups. I can't collect anything. They're not giving me anything to work with. Can I at least get this thing? There's a hidden thing there. This is really embarrassing. All because I decided to do something unsafe. I wasn't supposed to get double yet. Believe it or not, I'm still on estimate. Oh well. What is happening? I promise you I practiced this. I didn't even see that.
Speed up. Speed up.
I'm hearing things, but I'm not seeing them. So, see those red eyes in there? You can collect 5,000 points if you get close enough to that, but I failed. You know, let's not take any more chances. And then normally I would take tail gun on this stage because for the boss, but I can't afford to. I need more multiples. Fine, I'll just have to deal with that thing. Finally, we're at the boss. This is one of the... Because the boss in this stage is one of the coolest concepts for a boss I've seen in games like this. As I said before, recovery is not insurmountable here. Not even at the end. See these columns from Nemesis 2, and then there's the boss from the back. And then the core is like situates itself in the forehead. Kind of makes you think of Metal Slug 3, don't it? And that, and then the core emerges and moves in random direction. This is why I use the tail gun here, so I can hit it both ways. Everywhere it touches the top and bottom floor, MOI emerges. They don't stay for long though, so if it's in a bad spot, just endure it for a while, and then it'll leave. That's not a good direction to start in. Also, it seems like the direction it moves after it bounces might be random too. And the electric doesn't hurt you, it's just to indicate where the next Moai is gonna spawn. I thought it did, so this boss is harder than it should have been for me. Step first. I don't think I deserve that escape. I'm gonna time this out. It's a scream from Salamander 2. Foreshadowing. Okay, here's a familiar formation. Pardon me, throat's gone dry. So it's a sarsaparilla anyway. Also, unlike most games, blue capsules destroy bullets. Oh. Hands off the missile button for these parts. That's Salamander 2.
Speed up. Speed up.
My throat's dry, so I can't talk much now.
Speed up. Speed up. Speed up. Multiple.
I don't want to do the boss, so if I die in the bonus, it's perfectly fine, because I'll just skip to the next stage. I probably will.
Multiple.
That's fine. The stage 4 boss sucks. I don't want to do it.
Speed up. Missile.
There it is now. Speaking of.
Laser.
That's no moon. That's the final stage. So this is another song that wasn't in the original version of this game. This is from Nemesis 3. It originally only had one song, and they gave it a second one. This song was actually in the this game's soundtrack, and they added it later. Very important you have missiles for the final stage, though. And as many multiples as you can muster. Oh, forgot about those. Those only spawn when you approach their spawning position. So, spawn them when you know they're going to be and take them out as fast as you can. Come on now. It's like you never played this game before. Need a blue capsule here. Don't know if I'm gonna get one. The artificial slowdown helps too. Can you believe I was about to play Twinkle Star Spice without slowdown? My condition today. Okay, a couple more of these. Okay. I said earlier, I'm not going to do any of the bosses, honestly. I'm especially not doing this one, honestly. This exploit has never been patched. Let's reflect on what went wrong today. Just hang out here until this time is out. If I actually had options, I would actually do something about those cores. I think it was Super Viper T302 coming up next. Where I learned this from. Because they have score attack videos from around when this game came out. I couldn't find any videos of this game after the release of the patch, though. Yeah, it's almost like a tradition in Gradius to have a wall of cores like this with a really big exploit. I can't think of any boss like this. Not even even Salamander had this boss in stage 4. But you can park yourself inside one of the cores' previous spots if you destroy it fast enough. Just stay in there and break it with your missiles until it's over. But once I get past this, it's actually not going to be that hard. The last part of the game is actually very recoverable. I wanted to say earlier, though, that if you wanted to learn a Gradius game, this is a real good place to start. Really approachable. That or Gradius 1, any version. I'm just sitting here now thinking about what I can do for Shmuptember 2024. I'm already thinking of games I played in the early 2000s. Dojin shmups, or Dojin running guns that could be construed as shmup-like gameplay. I'm gonna look into those, make up for this sham of a performance. I didn't even have to hold the buttons down there. Okay. So this song is the one that was in the original game. This is the only song in this stage. It just played twice. This is the bad ending of MSX Salamander. It plays if you don't collect all 3 crystals needed to access the final stage. And get this. In order to actually find one of those crystals, you need a copy of a different game. MSX Nemesis 2. Because one of the stages can only be accessed from the data of that cartridge. Tailgun for the rest of this. He's tailgun for the rest of the game so I can break those things. I mean, granted, anyone who bought Salamander and MSX is also highly likely to also have Nemesis 2, but who would think to actually do that? Now, speaking of safe spots, there's an enormous safe spot here on all 3 loops. Now that I'm in it, I won the game. The clear is secure, I promise. Just hang out here and you win. I wanted to do Type E, but I only unlocked it real recently and I didn't practice enough with it. And the quick kill on stage 2 is a little bit harder to do, so I didn't bother. Maybe I should have. I spent so much time practicing and I'm really disappointed in myself. Just don't get hit by anything. And the game will be over before you know it. Yeah, this is the final challenge. It's like the electric cage thing from Arcade Gradius 1. No Walker or anything. Probably the one part of the game that requires the least amount of practice. See, we're already in the inner sanctum of whatever is menacing anti-kickton. See that thing there at the bottom? That was also not in the original version. That was added in a patch and I don't know what it's for. It doesn't do anything. You can't touch it or you'll die. Say, actually, speaking of which, isn't there a Gradius stable that we haven't seen yet? Like, something we should have seen a long time ago, or we would have if I hadn't died? These things. The option hunters. Avoid it long as you can, just for fun. Okay, never mind. He says you can't beat me, and then I beat it seconds later. Also from Salamander 2, and that's Gradius Rebirth. Loop 1 anyway. To get the true ending of this game, you need to finish 3 loops. Maybe I will. It's totally possible. And that's the end of my runs for Shmuptember 2023. Thank you, Retro Gaming Live, for having me. Putting up with all my nonsense mission all over. Because I mentioned Metal Slug earlier, remember? Coming up next, the back half of the Gradius block, Super Viper T302. Takes us to Gradius 4, Gradius 5, and Gradius Gaiden. This has been The Opponent. You're watching Retro Gaming Live TV. Stay tuned for the end of Gradius block and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.